Right at it. Right at it. Oh, he's done it again. Just as he did at the John Deere for his first win.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Go Get That podcast as we return from a long hiatus. I know you missed us so much as my search for a camera continues. But I'm sure you appreciate this pick a lot more, even though it's half cut off because I don't know how to crop on Zoom. Spieth's back in action this week. The CJ Cup is still in the United States this year. I don't know if it has plans of going back anytime soon because the Zozo has made its transition back for the past 2 years, I believe. But yeah, I'll just start by saying I miss it at Nine Bridges. What'd you say?
It's a nice intro. I feel we're back.
We are back, just like your name suggests.
It's a weird, yes, it's a weird shift from kind of football to golf, but I'm actually excited for it, right?
Oh yeah,
coming off the 5-0 at Mr. American Cup, so should be good. I do miss Jeju Island though.
Yeah, Bob was saying that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't miss staying up till 1 to 2 a.m. though.
No,
especially with school going on.
I really love that golf course.
Yeah.
What was it, Nine Bridges?
Nine Bridges, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But
it's a good, really good golf course. So
great golf course.
What are you expecting from Congaree, Jordan?
I think we're talking about Nine Bridges being a good golf course. I think Congaree's, Spieth alluded to it. We're recording this on Tuesday night. He spoke this morning. He likes it a lot. It's different. It's different from most tour venues. I think it's kind of like Hilton Head a little bit. It's in that area of the country.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't really think there's anything else on tour that really. There's no rough. It's fun. I kind of wish we'd have more courses like these in the heart of the year instead of in the fall, but I'm not going to complain. And I think it's a course that, I think it might fit Jordan Spieth, which could make this week fun.
Then, was it Higo that won here when they had it here for, okay. And it was at 10 under. Right?
11.
Okay. And that was during, the spring, so the weather would be a little bit more pristine for scoring, right? I imagine it'll be a little bit cooler, maybe a little bit windier this week.
It was June of last year.
Well for speed. Yeah, it really. You said it really should set up pretty well for Jordan.
Yeah, I think I've said it in past podcasts, this scoring range that I think it'll be in this week. Higo won at 11. I think 11's a good number for Spieth. He's won tournaments at 12. He's won at 10. He's won at 13. I don't see the score getting lower than 15 at the best. It's long. It's a par 71. It's 7,655 yards. It's probably a top 5 longest course they'll see this year. And Jordan's got good vibes going in.
Yep.
It's not like last year at the CJ Cup where he was 12 under through 2 rounds or something like that, and he was still 6 shots back after 36 holes. So it's not going to be like that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. All 3 of our football teams are kind of mid at the moment. So
we're getting Tua back and most of our roster this week, which is good. And we have a really easy few weeks coming up. So we should be able to get to 7 and 4, hopefully. We have Steelers, Jets, Bears.
Jets are good.
Steelers, Jets, Bears are 3 of the teams we play in the next 5 weeks. That's nice. Um,
Jets, their first
we
game.
finished this. We finished the season hard though. The season finishes like Bills, and then like two other good teams. I think Chargers, Packers. Um, even though the
What
Chargers
Packers?
suck. But
Green
yeah,
Bay much better.
true.
But
True.
what are your guys' thoughts on Spieth this week?
Well, I'm just gonna come right out and say it. I fear for the field. I think everything is too good to be true. I think that the course really fits his game, and I think that I mean the fist pumps at the President's Cup were flowing.
Contagious.
It could be the start of something new. JT seemed pretty optimistic that it was going to be a good things to come. So yeah.
I think I don't know if I feel that strongly about it, but he said he actually like practiced since he played good golf. It seems like whenever he plays well, it's like time for a break, so he doesn't do anything and then kind of restarts all over again. But it's kind of the off season. He did say it's the only event he'll play this fall, so he was gearing up for it a little bit more than normal. I imagine.
Besides the hero.
Yeah, hero. I in terms of the FedEx Cup.
Yeah.
But yeah, hero. He'll have the hero and the father-son challenge as well. But I don't know. I think it fits really well. No rough is obviously pretty beneficial. Like
He's always been very good out of fairway bunkers. So
yes, yep. And this stuff's kind of hard pan, so that's just forget
you can
about
get
swing
get some nice
mechanics.
spin on it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's perfect.
As long as the putts go in, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
If they revert to 2022 form, the putter, then there will be no fun. But we'll see. We've got Shot Tracker. The coverage is not great this week. There's no PGA Tour Live, I don't think, which sucks. Is that true?
Yeah, just Golf
Okay.
Channel.
Jeez. All right. So gotta hope for contention, or it'll be a shot link tracking, which not ideal.
Love that.
But yeah.
I think the good news though, so he's on Thursday, he's off in the afternoon, so we'll see like the back nine because it's only 3 to 6 on Thursday p.m. Eastern, and he's off at 1, so we'll see like 9 to 12 holes Thursday, and we won't see a single shot Friday, which is I guess unfortunate, especially for this is the marquee event of the fall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of, I'm gonna say disappointing that there's not. I mean, look at the field this week. It is absolutely stacked. You would think there'd be, and I know it's not golf season, but it's kind of disappointing that we're gonna be missing so many shots with the field strength, and it's the best field they're gonna see until what, January 1st.
Yeah. They had it for like Sanderson and stuff too. I'm not sure why it's not here. I get not going to the Zozo. But I don't understand why it's not here. But he sounds ready to go in his press conference, which is nice. We did also get some schedule updates. I don't know if we want to get into that.
Go ahead.
That'll be kind of a big. So we mentioned he's only playing once this fall. One FedEx Cup event, obviously Hero World Challenge and the father-son event in December, but he will have to play, what is it, Phoenix?
Yeah.
RBC Heritage, which he was going to play anyway. I think he'd probably play Phoenix anyway as well. Then the Wells Fargo, which he would not have played, and Travelers. So that, it's this summer he's going to play 8 times in 10 weeks. It's going to be a lot. But that's cool. That's fun. So He had this press conference. If you haven't checked it out, it might be on YouTube, but I know Jordan's got it in the link in his bio. He said he's gonna play less on the West Coast and play more in Florida. So that makes me think Torrey is out. He never played American Express anyway. He'll have to go to Pebble. But I think in years future, you kind of touched on it a little bit, like waste management might not be a spot that he goes to. Trying to think what else. He'll go to Riviera for sure. So Riviera and Pebble. But then this year, obviously, well, Arnold Palmer, but I guess the Valspar slash Honda might be in play. We'll just have to kind of wait and see, I suppose.
Yeah, I was looking today. Like he said he's gonna play more in Florida, less on the West Coast. I don't know when he said more in Florida if he was just alluding to having to play API. I was looking at the schedule earlier, and the only thing I could see him doing, and I mean this would kind of be a wild card, but I guess it would allude to him playing more in Florida, is if he were to play the sorry, Arnold Palmer, the Valspar and get rid of Valero. I'm saying it's a wild card because I think that's unlikely, but I just don't see another Florida event that he could add. Because if he can't play Honda, because that would be what 1, 2, 3, 4, what 5 in a row, no 6 in a row. So that ain't happening. Because that would be Pebble Beach, Waste Management, Genesis, Honda, API players, which I don't see happening. And exchanging Valspar and Valero would make sense because that'd only be 4 in a row, and that's really the only other Florida event he could add, unless I'm just missing something here, but I don't think I am. But I'm also really happy, kind of rambling here, but I'm happy to see that not for Bob, Travelers will be at Travelers, which is sick.
Yeah.
And then Wells Fargo, I think, is awesome. Especially after he played at Quail Hollow. For him to mandatorily have to go back there and, see him in a stroke play situation there, I think that's a good chance for him to win that type of golf course, considering how he played at the President's Cup.
I like the way that sounds. I do. I think that there's really still a lot of unknowns given the situation with the new schedule, like format. I'm really excited to see how that plays out because in future years, I think it will mean we get to see him play a lot more tournaments that we haven't seen him play before.
Yep.
And yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing, right? Like he might have to go play the American Express one year, and that's totally wild. I do think he'll play Sony this year, right?
Yeah, I
Expect him
would
to
think
be on
so.
there, especially with no Torrey Pines, which is good news for us. But trying to think of, yeah, he might have just meant in the future, right? Because playing 6 weeks in a row, flipping the Valspar for Valero, seeming like playing all of the Texas events is kind of locked into his schedule. But I guess because he's playing Colonial, right? He's not. If he was gonna drop a Texas event, it would be the Valero.
Yeah,
So,
that's like the only one that he would consider skipping. That's why I threw it out there.
but as a past champ, that'd be tough, especially in your home state. I mean, I know he missed the Travelers as a past champ, but he's not from Connecticut, so it's a little different. But
Has he ever skipped Valero?
I'm sure he has,
Hmm.
right? Like
He
maybe,
has, I think.
I mean, he skips Houston, so he could skip Valero.
Let's see. 12, 13, 14, 15. Unless there was a name, was there a name change? Because I don't see 16, 17, 18, and 2020 him playing
Well, it would have
Valero.
been the Valero. Well, Valero in 2020 was canceled.
Okay, so 16, 17, 18, I don't see it there.
It might have had a different time in the schedule.
Yeah, because it used to be the Houston Open that week.
I still don't. I'm just looking at the title of the event.
Yeah, so I guess
Let's see something
that one
about
might have been in the fall, and he might have skipped it.
16. Yeah, I mean, it was held in 16, 17, 18. Let's see when it was.
That's interesting. Well, yeah, there's gonna be more 5-week stretches for these guys on
Yeah,
tour.
so it was like
Oh,
the end
yeah.
of April in 2016.
Huh.
So yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely in play. I could see him skipping Valero and playing the Valspar. I don't think that's out of the question now that I've seen that he's actually skipped Valero in the past. And I don't think the three of us think it's a bad thing if he were to go in to Augusta coming off a week off. Like I wouldn't think that's a bad thing. And he's said in the past, like he's went into Augusta playing into it, and sometimes he's had a week off before it. So
Well, it's not that I want to see him take a week off. It's more the fact that Valero is such a terrible prep course for Augusta. Like anywhere else in the schedule, I'd like to see it every year, but like, I mean, it's just really not a great spot on the schedule for it. So yeah.
Yeah. What would be an ideal course to put in there before Augusta? Like if you had to put one course before Augusta, what would you put? Like on
API,
tour. Has to be an on tour course.
Arnold
Nah,
Palmer.
you couldn't have API the week before.
Depends how API is playing. Also depends how
I mean,
Augusta's playing.
you could just have that golf course. I mean, like if the event didn't have Arnold Palmer's like name on it.
I'd go API. That's just my opinion.
I'd do Copperhead. I'd see Copperhead.
He's a past champion there, so yeah, I mean, I could definitely see him playing Valspar instead of going to Valero. But
Did you?
that's food for
Sorry, I
thought.
cut out. Did you pick a course?
Bob did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Copperhead.
Okay. Yeah,
Some
I can see
mulch. Love the mulch.
Well,
that's true. It is tight
Augusta
though.
signature.
But I guess you're not looking for like a perfect Augusta replica.
Well, there
for-
isn't.
there isn't. Yeah.
Well,
I-
I mean,
I went
duh,
up
but,
API
like,
because it's tough around the greens. And, Augusta emphasizes that more than any other course on tour.
yeah.
So, but hey, speaking of emphasis around the greens, that'll be of massive importance at Congaree. We'll shift back into that a little bit. I remember watching in 2021, I watched a little bit. The runoffs, you can have balls come back to your feet, which I guess is fun. He'll need to have the short
to
game
watch.
on. Yeah, it is fun to watch, and I think he's. Can we call him a bomber? A Spieth a bomber?
No.
Or he's on the
He's
verge of
a-
being a bomber. Like,
he's-
distance will help this week. He said it's gonna be a lot of drivers off the tees,
Yeah.
which is good
He's a
because he's been hitting it
solid-
well.
He's a solid hitter. I don't
He
think
is.
he's a bomber. He's an above average length guy.
He hits the ball very solid.
Respectably.
Yeah. It's like
Speaking of hitting the ball very solid, how have you been doing, Dan, in your golf adventures?
I let's see. It's been about a month since I played the best golf of my life.
Nice.
But gearing up for a couple tournaments. I got one more this next weekend, and then we're
Did you say tournaments?
yeah,
Whoa.
Are you on like club golf or no?
I am.
You're on
Yeah,
club golf for Michigan?
I am. Well, I'm
That's
not,
sick.
Wow.
but like,
That's crazy. I never would have guessed that in a million years.
I know you need to shoot. Honestly, though, like the tryout, you just needed to shoot better than like 83.
Didn't you shoot
That's not
95 round
great.
one?
I did shoot 95 round one. Well, no, that wasn't for tryout though. That was in a tournament. That was so bad. But they aerated the greens the day before or 2 days before. It was brutal. So I 4-jacked and I 3-putted 5 or 6 times. So it was really bad. But no, it's fun. I'm playing pretty solid. But nothing like overly special. Just low 80s. So
There's a lot of
Nice.
people that signed for that.
oh yeah. No, I'm thrilled with it, but it's, once you break into that like 75, 76 range, you want to just keep getting there, but it's tough. It's crazy. I made 6 birdies one round.
Nice.
Here you go.
Life. Yeah, I know. Get me on
I'm-
tour one day. I don't know. I saw that. Yeah, we don't have to go there. But yeah,
I think we do.
I was just gonna ask you about your season because I saw that it winded down.
Oh
I'm-
yeah, so we're on to the state champs in
Okay.
the districts.
I I sometimes like dabble or
Nice.
occasionally peep on the high school golf page for Bob Blute.
Oh yeah,
Good on you.
it's great. It's great content over there.
I do, yeah. The interviews are something. But yeah, that's good. It's weird. I hate that it's kind of ending, but you know, it is what it is. Winter has to come at some point, right?
What are your here? So let me diverge for a second as I bring up a scenario to ask your guys' opinions on. So at the end of the golf season, the person with the most Mr. Relevance on the team, which means at the end of the year, whoever has shot the highest the most times out of 18 matches is the Mr. Relevant. So if you shoot 45 and that's the highest score, you get Mr. Relevant. And so the person with the most at the end of the year has to go bald, like shave their head off. And so the kid who did is not doing it. What are your thoughts on that? The whole team agreed, and now he's backing out.
He's soft.
Yeah.
Although I do think if we could tweak the competition, it should be scoring average.
Well, the thing about scoring average is that we play some pretty stupid courses that you can have some really weird outliers.
That's fair. That's fair. Especially because you only play so many rounds.
We're
and you
not
can-
playing Michigan Club Golf type esteemed.
Come on.
How are those courses, by the way?
Well, like I just said, like the greens were punched 2 days before we played. So
That's
No,
a
it was-
classic.
it was the court, like besides that, it was really nice. The fairways actually got some bounce. Like it was good.
It's
The
firm and
weather,
fast.
weather was sucked. It was like low 50s and windy is like 25-mile-an-hour winds. But so this weekend looks a lot better.
But
They're about the same, I'd say.
But
granted, I
so
haven't-
hold on. I just need to give you guys full story so I can get your full. So this kid is using he's saying his mom won't let him as an excuse. Is that a reasonable excuse after you've agreed?
I think you have
No.
to actually ask his mom. Like
But do you think that after you've agreed to do it, like because if it wasn't him, anyone else would have had to do it.
yeah, that's not ideal.
It's
Clearly.
disappointing.
Yeah, it is disappointing. You can play the disappointment card. I mean, what I don't know how you're gonna change his mind though. Like, you're gonna
Well-
peer pressure him into like cutting his hair. Like, I don't know how powerful that peer pressuring is gonna be.
Will he do a buzz? That seems like a fair compromise, if anything.
I mean, we've tried everything, and he's just like, nope.
That's disappointing. I hope he's not listening. If he is,
That
that's
sucks.
quite pathetic, dude. I think what's more pathetic is that he didn't help the team, though.
Yeah, it's true. He's irrelevant, and now he's, yeah, I don't know. Sounds like, I mean, he's Mr.
should have a
Irrelevant, and then
yeah.
he's even more irrelevant because he won't, do anything for the team. So
They should have a similar punishment for tour players.
that'd be funny. That'd be funny. They should, Spieth and JT should do something like that at the Masters every year.
I mean, Spieth is, well, both of them are nearly bald. They'll be bald within the next, 10 to
I don't know,
15
Spieth-
years.
Spieth's hair made a comeback recently. I feel like
He's playing better.
so his
Yeah,
hair's growing
yeah.
better.
Like Greller went through a phase where he was like losing it real quick.
Yeah,
And now look at him in the top left of the screen. I mean, he's
Grello looks beautiful now. I
exactly.
can't believe I still don't have a camera, bro. Like I can't find a good one anywhere, and I don't want to drop $100 on one that's not good. So I'm like waiting to like get a good one, but I don't know when that's gonna be.
If you're watching on YouTube, give him some camera suggestions.
Yes,
sometimes.
drop camera suggestions, please. or DM them to me. Or maybe I just need a new computer. My computer's in trouble.
You're going into college soon. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Oh, I'll
it's-
definitely go in before college. I'll have to. But yeah.
good computer is a must.
trying to conjure up some more Congaree thoughts, but I just don't have them.
My conjury thought if Spieth putts just average, he'll be in the mix on Sunday. I think he's
Yeah.
striking it too well. He sounded confident. I mean, he's obviously sounding confident in interviews. He sounded confident at the Masters, and then proceeded to miss the cut embarrassingly. But I just think, Scotty last year at the Ryder Cup dominated the Ryder Cup, went on to have a career year. I'm not saying Spieth's going to surpass 2015 Spieth this year, but I mean, if he would have putted averagely in 2020, the past season, he wins more than once. And
Yeah.
I mean, we know what he's capable with the putter. So I can't track Sunday, which is kind of disappointing because I have a feeling he's going to be in the mix. But I guess we'll see. I think it's a good course for him too. Like, it's not like last year going into freaking, what was it, Summit Club, where you had to be like 25 under and he was coming in with, you got to be playing really,
No.
really good to get to 25 under.
Yeah.
It's not like 12
Yeah,
under where you
he
can
was-
grind out pars.
Yeah.
So.
He was talking about working on like the short wedges and like the half wedge shots and stuff too. And that tells you like how he feels about the full swing, right? Because it's like, man, if I can hit all the full shots the way I want to, then I can start working on some other stuff. So yeah, I mean, when's the last time you felt this good about him entering a tournament?
You want the honest answer? I mean,
Yeah.
it helps that we saw some good putting at Quail Hollow.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
yeah, what is the honest answer? Is it like not that long ago or
no, I mean, it's got to be a while ago
Probably.
since I felt this good going into a tournament. I mean, going into every tournament last season, it was, can he putt? I mean,
yeah.
then again, he very well could resort to the same crap he was doing for the majority of the season last season.
Yeah, but I feel like we called some wins last year. No?
Wins?
Or just
Or
like
called
we
good
said, hey,
weeks.
he'll be in the mix.
I guess the Open. I knew he'd be in the mix at the Open. I mean, then again, it's the softest T8 probably of his career.
Yeah.
But
I guess we didn't feel too great about that though. Like,
what, the Open?
yeah.
I mean, I knew he'd be in the mix, but like winning it was always
Okay.
going to be
Do you feel like he's more in the mix here or there?
Here.
Pre-tournament.
here.
Okay. Yeah, well I guess that's so
Just because you don't need to go as low here, which helps.
Yeah.
right.
I trust him to grind out pars more than a lot of other, stars. But I guess we'll
Well,
have to find out.
especially in the fall. Like this event matters, but it's not like it's March and the Masters is 3 weeks away. So guys will be really like working on their games, trying to grind out scores and things like that.
I feel he cares more about this week than a
Man,
lot
if
of
you
guys.
think about it, like he's probably like minus money to win the Masters by now, right?
We're getting closer to that. In all honesty.
Like, I mean, if the putts fall, that would be generational.
It would be generational, yeah. It'd be nice to see
Do
like
they fall this
what
week?
this week or this
You guys think-
season.
You guys think they do? This
Yeah,
week.
I don't know if they followed a clip where he's gonna win, but he'll be in the mix. Limited
Okay.
field helps too, I think.
That's fair. Bob,
Yes.
do they fall?
No.
Okay.
It's too good to be true.
That's fair.
I mean,
thinking-
think about it. Like everything points towards the putts falling in like mass proportions.
We were saying that all last season too.
And
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
now
he
it
has to
really
prove me
points
right.
to it.
When has he ever done something that we expected in positive terms?
I thought he'd play well at the BMW. For a
That was
Yeah,
a
you were
complete-
crazy for that. That was wild.
I expected him to strike it well in tournaments last year, and he did. But then again, the putter was just so
Yeah.
brutal that it didn't matter.
That's fair.
It's a new season though. Like it's a fresh slate.
Yeah.
Like the strokes gained putting for the seasons is 0. There's
Wow.
only up for after last year. So
Yeah, he's putting average already this year. That's great. Or not even
until the
average.
first hole when he misses an 8-footer for birdie. I mean, he's
Yeah.
already in the negatives.
The speaking of new season, new slate, like even Ricky, like he's already got the same amount of points as he did last year in the FedEx Cup. So
But Charman's a miracle worker.
yeah, he's basically just locked up his card for next year, which is cool. Good for him. Because I think if he didn't get it this year, he didn't have a card.
Ricky
Yeah.
too.
I think Ricky's on the way back.
Yeah, he looks
because of Butch.
Well, not unfortunately, but I mean, it was kind of funny. Like, it was fun to joke about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
I guess that makes me a bad person, but
No, he's I feel like he's kind of like back, like because Ricky
Huh?
Fowler Gold also kind of doesn't win the Zozo. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. It's just
Like,
nuts how he goes to
Well,
Butch.
the-
Like he
the
immediately is
thing
like,
is, Ricky Fowler back is not Jordan Spieth back. Like Ricky Fowler never was like Ricky Fowler still is one of probably the most at his like I wouldn't say his peak, but like the 2019 age is probably the most overrated golfer of all time. Like, come on. I mean, that's not even me. Like come on.
well, I mean,
Like
2014.
he's a talented golfer, but he's a fan favorite. That's what he is.
and so is Spieth. But like the thing with Ricky,
Well,
though,
the thing
like,
about
Ricky's
Spieth,
very
well,
unlucky.
Spieth is generational talent.
Well, true, but Ricky is very unlucky. Let's get that out of the way.
Oh,
Ricky
he's
should have
very
at
unlucky.
least a minimum of one major.
Yeah, he should.
Yeah,
But
He had
that's how it
the
goes.
the calendar T2 slam.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
impressive right there.
jeez, that's brutal. But you got to feel good for the Ricky fans, though. I see him on Twitter, and it's like
Oh yeah.
good.
They're
to be
going
back.
wild.
It's watching. I mean, especially for the fall events, the only way you see your player is if they're playing well, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like it's good for them, and good for Ricky. He's back in form and playing well. But yeah, I guess Butch Harmon is just a miracle worker. So
It's unbelievable how he goes back to Butch's and immediately he's back to being a factor in events.
yeah, well, I think Koepka went back to
Claude.
Claude,
Yeah.
and he won the live event. So like,
But Harmons know what they're doing.
yeah, they do. They might have to get myself out there for a couple
Like
lessons.
20,000, 25 grand an hour.
Yeah, I got that.
He charges something like that. It's pretty
Yeah,
nuts.
no, it's ridiculous. But hey, I mean, he can make you 25 grand pretty quick on the course with those lessons. So
Oh yeah, but first you got to get, on the tour,
yeah, that's true.
which is another thing in itself. But do we have anything else about Congaree this week?
We really don't. I mean, it's a really weird week because we've never seen the course as Spieth fans, and we really don't have much to talk about going into it because he's off a layoff.
Yeah.
I have a feeling the recap could be a long episode, though. I feel like a lot of stories are going to be told. Prophecies could be fulfilled. Disappointments could be had.
Yeah.
I really haven't decided.
I
That's a
guess
good
the
point.
expectations for a type of week like this are about as high as they could be.
Yeah.
Sadly.
If you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Well, yeah. How about final predictions?
Well, T19.
Okay.
T4.
Ooh, I like that.
That's a bit optimistic.
I'm gonna go.
Well, the thing is, that's a stupid pick because if the putts fall, he wins by 8.
Yeah, but
You
what if
could
they
have a
half
couple
fall?
soft. You could have a couple soft bogeys with the wedges.
That's definitely possible.
Yeah,
What
or
if
he could
what if the
up a
putts
chip or
half
two.
fall?
Yeah,
What'd
the
you
putts
say?
could half fall.
I wouldn't say that's possible, but
Don't hate on the
I don't
T4.
know.
Like,
He can make.
I mean,
some
don't get me
mistakes.
wrong. I would definitely take a T4 this
oh yeah,
Oh, for sure.
because then
You
the
take a
Masters
T4
would be
of
on.
everything. Yeah. What if I'm gonna go T12, but what if he just like plays really well and peaks a month too early for the players?
for the players.
Well,
That'd be classic
That'd be
Xander
funny.
fashion.
That'd be funny. He enters the Masters like 8-1 after winning at TPC Sawgrass. That'd be crazy. It'd be
I'll
on
take a
at that
players
point,
win, but
but I mean, you did call a players win at some point, so
it's happening. I still believe in that, but I think we'll wrap it up here. Happy to be back, especially like coming off the President's Cup. I feel like it's nice to see him play not too long after just because of how good he looked there. And then we'll get him another month from now at the Hero and a 20-man field where he should have a decent chance to win, hopefully.
yeah.
And who knows,
Well,
we
if he
could get
does-
a Tiger appearance. See, Tiger could be in the field.
That's true. In which case, Spieth won't get dead last.
it's true.
That's true. We'll wrap it up there. We appreciate you guys listening. Take care.
Peace.
Yeah.